What's up, guys? This video I'm gonna do on my radio controlled stuff just to break it up a little bit. I'll go into some of my mega truck stuff after, but there's the fleet of trucks. I'm gonna focus more on this thing in this video, but between me and my wife, we've been beating the crap out of the Lowe's stuff. Nothing really to complain about other than axle nuts, and on the digger, the upper 4-link mount screws. We lost the nuts on them, so I still haven't replaced those. But this one over here I'm building for my cousin. I stuck his Valenian stuff in it. Stripped out the servo saver, so we're waiting on a Trio one to come in. But and then I got this thing recently back, mini Lowe's Raminator. The body got lost, but wheels are still there. I just picked up a Mamba Micro, so I'll get around to that eventually. But like I said, main focus will be on this thing. I'll put the links below to the people's Facebook pages that helped me out on some of this. The body was done by Fat Cat. Justin Chaffin did a killer job. I had a idea that I wanted to do. We have working doors. I gotta work on some of this stuff. We got working doors on this thing. I wanted to go with a retro kind of look, so I had him do a digger too. You know, did the gold wheels with the stock Clod tires. Those are J Concept tributes. We got RC foil drive digger axles under this, with their drag link here. Proline power stroke shocks. RC Lion, I guess a bypass shock. It doesn't have oil in it at the moment. I made 4-link bars for this at work. I got some kind of cheapy aluminum Heim joints for this thing, just to look more scale. This thing's gonna be more of a shelf queen than it's going to be a basher, or maybe I won't even put electronics in it. Don't know yet, but this thing's pretty sick. As for the body, get this off. This is technically, I guess you want to call it a 3-piece body. Proline panel truck here that they keep discontinuing and bringing back. This is a CRD cage in here. I had Clint from Clints Custom Trucks do this for me last year. Came out pretty damn good. I know he just started doing chassis again. Let me set this down. Does very good work. Did exactly what I asked him to. He even plated the shock towers for me and added these body mounts, obviously. Get this off here. Leave the door on. Now this thing here, get down in there, show this. that would be an RC four-wheel drive, small block, I'm assuming. Their distributor, their TCI transmission, and their SCS drop box. Now, I didn't want 3D printed stuff on this, so I was able to, on a second revision, I was able to drop the motor down a little more. That's about as far as I can get it. I would have liked the exhaust ports to be down here to run the headers out easier, but it is what it is. I made this part of the transmission right here, and I cut the shafts. I made a shaft out of 4140. I didn't heat treat it. I left it soft for now. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to run this truck. And I made an adapter plate to get that so I can get the drop box. So when this is TIG welded, this will move all as one. You know, motor goes in, electric motor goes inside here. This will all work. I machined the whole blower setup on this. I can't really get in there that good. I made a front plate, which these mounts were, this motor was up higher, so I got to redo this front mount, and so I can get it bolted in here. It's pretty solid though. I was looking at my supercharger at a blower shop, sitting on one of my 440s, and I kind of just went off by pictures at work and stuck it in a Bridgeport and kind of just started machining stuff. I'll drop a link to my Instagram so you can see the kind of the progress of that. It's not done, but as of right now, I haven't seen anybody else that's done anything like that. I'm trying to go for some realism here, but and I have an RC four-wheel drive fuel cell, billet fuel cell. I got to drop these mounts down here. I don't want them up here. And then the RC four-wheel drive radiator. It's pretty cool. Gotta get some fans made for that. But this thing's pretty sick. You know, door works. I made it. They have an aluminum diamond plate floor. I think it's like 10 thousandths thick. It was kind of a pain to cut. I had some small shears that I use for shim stock at work, so yeah, I guess it came out okay. I'll eventually be putting button heads in there to make it a little more less noticeable on the screws, but that's my digger build for now. I can't wait to get that done. I'm hoping to have it done for the most part, at least powder coat on it by the RC finals down at Diggers in May. Usually we take a little vacation down there that weekend, so it's pretty cool. Back over here. Now we'll get on with the mega truck stuff here. I am having a chassis built at the moment, Wild Time Fabrication. I'll post more about that later, but here's some more parts I have. I got shock mounts and a sway bar mount. Not sure on width of axles and where the sway bar is going to line up, so I might cut that off and put it on axle housing. Don't know yet. I'm not even sure if I'm going to use these axle housings yet. There's a set of second gen PEI sheet metal housings that someone has, and kind of want to run those instead of these 106 housings that are trussed. But we'll cross that road come springtime. We're waiting to close on a house, so it's kind of disorganized in here right now. And once I get my own spot, I'll be able to have a little more organization. I have a Stage 5 FTI Power Glide. The story behind this was I got it from Matt Newell up in Massachusetts, New Hampshire. No Mercy mega truck. I guess he bought a motor in this transmission from somebody that ran at Dennis's Mud Park and like exclusively ran there. Just stories, I don't know. I got, where's it? This did come out of Chesapeake. Yeah, so I called on it, and I didn't really have too much information, so maybe I'll call the shop and see. I need to know if this is a long or short gear ratio anyways. Determine my drop box ratio and ratio for my third members. But touching back on the chassis, I'm hoping to get it at the end of November. I'm waiting on him, Dave Woods, at Wild Time Fab. I also have 4 out of my 8. I got overtime CNC 26-inch travel nitrogen shocks. I need to buy another 4, obviously. But we're gonna stick an 80s Dodge body on it. And unfortunately, I'm a Mopar guy, but I'm gonna end up putting a blown big block Chevy, hopefully all aftermarket on it. Aiming for 1450 horsepower wise. So this explains why, I went so big on the axles. Other than having a 66s on there. But hopefully